Hey guys, it's Fadra from All Things Fadra, and welcome to Liberty Reservoir right by my house. Isn't it a beautiful body of water? Oh, wait, what is that? That's beautiful too. That is the brand new 2019 Acura RDX. And I'm proud to tell you that not only is this my first time reviewing an Acura, it's my first time driving an Acura. And I have so much to talk about that we better get started. Let's just kick this off with a quick walk around. So this is a 2019 RDX all-wheel drive, and it's an advance, which means it's got pretty much all the features imaginable, and you can see it's got pretty sweet rims. I love the black rims. They look so sharp on this. And I have to admit that in the past, an Acura SUV has not really turned my head. But this one showed up in my driveway, and what you're seeing is a white diamond pearl paint job here. Showed up in my driveway, and I said, you know what? That actually looks pretty sharp. So this is the SH all-wheel drive right here. And I had a chance to drive this. I've been doing a lot of traveling lately, a lot of road trips. And so I took this up to Pennsylvania for a girls' weekend, and I comfortably fit 5 people inside. And I also had a chance to take my mom out on the town. Let's talk tech for a second. So this is a 272 horsepower, 2.0 liter direct injection turbo 4-cylinder engine. If you are not a mechanical type of person, let me tell you what that means. That means this car will move. And I put my foot to the pedal a couple times just to make sure it really could. And yes, it is very zippy. It is very sporty. But where this car gets really special is what I love. That's the interior, because as a driver, that's where you're spending most of your time. And there is some pretty cool tech inside. I say we go inside and take a look. As you might expect, the Acura has a lot of luxury to offer, and you can tell by the aluminum trim, the wood trim, the leather seats, and then let's back it up to the dashboard, where there is a lot to see here. And we're really only going to see it if we turn this bad boy on. So I'm behind the driver's seat right now, and I have to admit that, in case you don't know, Acura is the sister brand of Honda. If you watched my recent review on the Honda Pilot, you know that I have been introduced into the Honda family, and I honestly expected Acura to be simply a variation of that Honda. But this Acura I can really describe in 2 words. Number 1, sporty, and number 2, complex. Now, don't let the complexity fool you. The complexity is actually something, it just means there's maybe a little bit more of a learning curve in getting to know this vehicle, but once you have it, you'll be surprised at some of the capabilities. And that's what I'm going to spend a lot of time showing you, and then we'll take a look at everything else in the car. So you've got your trip computer right there, and then you've got a little wheel right here on the steering wheel that allows you to move forward and backwards through the trip computer. You can move it sideways, you can roll it up and down, and select exactly what you want up there. You've got some other standard controls on your steering wheel over here, and let me just point out something I love. Oh, the heated steering wheel. I'm getting spoiled with that heated steering wheel. If you look up here straight ahead, it might be a little hard to see, but there is a head-up display, and sometimes I'm not crazy about the head-up displays because of my size. I feel like it gets in the way a little bit and my line of sight. But if you look over here, it's actually really easy to tilt the head-up display up and down and to change the brightness. These are some of your other safety controls. It does have some great safety features like advanced braking system. I can tell you from experience, if you get a little too close to an object, you will see a bright flashing orange display that tells you, brake! It's okay, I didn't hit anything. I didn't even come close. But where this car really gets complex, in a good way, is right here in the center console. And this little thing right here, new for 2019, called the True Touchpad. And I'm going to show you a little bit about what that does. All right, now I'm going to be honest. I don't like to read a lot of instruction, and it's not that I don't like to follow instructions, but I like cars to be really intuitive. So when Acura sent me a 9-minute instructional video to figure out how to do this True Touchpad system, I thought, I don't need it. And for the most part, I got by. But if you want to make the most of it, you definitely want to figure out what all of this means. So for the most part, you've got a finger to screen correlation. So as I move my finger back and forth, you'll see it changing on the screen up here. Now, I have to keep my finger depressed, and then I simply click on the touchpad when I want to select a choice right there. The other thing it's got is this split screen. So you've got a very wide display, but the split screen allows you to see two things at the same time. Now over on the right, you can see I've got the navigation, and this is an extra screen down here. If you look beside the touchpad, I've got an extra scroll bar, and what that does is it allows me to look at what I want in the side area. So if I just want to look at the clock while I'm driving, I can do that. If I'd rather have the navigation displayed, I can do that. And I've got most of my audio apps set up over here. If I said, no, I really want to see the navigation in full view, I simply click, and it's smart enough to reverse the two screens. Now you're not seeing much on the navigation because I'm right by the lake. And once I watched the video, it was super easy, super intuitive, but if you're trying to figure it out on your own, you might have a little bit of trouble. This dynamic mode knob allows you to switch the mode that you're in, and you can actually see it right up here. We've got comfort mode, we've got snow mode, and I like the visuals that go with it. We can go into sport mode and even sport plus. I have tried them all, but I'm still gonna try a little bit more. You'll also notice this, which is very similar to what we had in the Honda Pilot. It's a press button transmission, which is takes a little bit of getting used to, but honestly I find the movements to be very natural. P for park, D for drive. If you want to put it in reverse, you depress the brake and you put it into reverse. Now the only thing that out of the whole week I have not been able to get used to, it is the emergency brake, which is right over here. Let me show you why. I'm used to the old school brake that you have to pull up. So naturally, my instinct is to pull up. But to engage the emergency brake, you actually want to press it. And then when you're ready to release, then you pull up. So the movement's a little bit backwards than what I want, but you know what? Nobody asked me when they were designing the car. So look at this gorgeous cockpit. Very sporty, very sleek, and definitely high quality level trim. Let's look at a few more extras and then we will head into the back. So I like to look at the console, and I've got it right here. We've got some cup holders. We've got a nice little slot here where I either place my phone or some sunglasses. And this is going to be your USB connection. So you will have Apple CarPlay and you will have Android Auto, which I used on this trip. Thank you very much. And then you've got a tiny little console right here. But if you're looking for more storage space, look no further than right underneath. Look at that hollow pass-through right there. You can put your wallet, you can put your keys, if you have a small purse, and then we do have some connectivity down here. We do have a 12-volt power outlet, an auxiliary port, and then another USB port specifically for charging. But if you're looking for the CarPlay connection, it's going to be right up here. I'm going to give you a close-up of that detail as we head into the back because I just cannot get over that wood. I love it. This is not plasticky wood. This is real wood here. All right, you're going to hear the engine running because it's cold. We're going to go into the back, and I didn't get a chance to ride as a backseat passenger, which is totally okay because I like to be the driver, but having three ladies back here during a very cold weekend in Pennsylvania, we went on a Segway tour, and when we all got back in the car, I was the designated driver for the day. They were very pleased to find out that there were heated seats in the back here, and because we're all social media ladies, they all loved that they had ports here that they could charge their phones with. So thank you, Acura. Nice job on that. We love the cup holders back here. We love the details back here, and everyone loved that panoramic moonroof. I love that in a car. I really do. You do have your center console with additional cup holders if you want that. Now this is considered a compact SUV, so we don't have third row seating, but we've got a very nice cargo space, and I think it's time we head back and check that out as well. Finally, we are ready to go to the way back. I don't know about you, but I just love the look of this. I just think they've done a really nice detail design with the taillights. It kind of mirrors the Acura symbol, but we're gonna do simple, press the button, power lift gate, which some people have told me is not a big deal. It's still a big deal to me. I like it. And what we have back here is a cargo space. It's not super deep, but you do have the ability to remove this, and you have a nice deep compartment under there, and that also gives you access to the spare tire. Now, let's check out full cargo capacity. So we're gonna try it out by pulling the levers, and down we go. And over on the other side, down we go. And that's actually really nice cargo space back here, nice and flat. You might have trouble with some wide things because of the wheel well here, but that looks pretty typical for a compact SUV. So let's go ahead and wrap this up with the most important things, at least the most important things to me, and that is the fuel economy, how it drives, and how much you're going to pay for this. So the fuel economy, we have EPA estimates of 21 city and 27 highway for a combined city highway of 23 miles per gallon. Guess how much I got on this trip? 23 miles per gallon. So I did a little bit of a combination of city and highway, so I'd say that is pretty on target. As far as the drive goes, extremely comfortable. I might have been swayed by the fact that it has excellent heated seats and excellent heated steering wheel and an amazing, amazing sound system, which you can read more about in my written review. But with 272 horsepower and a turbocharged engine, as you might expect, you've got pretty good pickup. And in fact, I spent most of my time driving in comfort mode, which doesn't really affect acceleration. It does affect the handling a little bit. Once I put it in sport mode, yeah, this car is fun to drive and it's fast. So what does the price come in at? The MSRP is $47,400, and with the destination and handling charge, the total price $48,395. So it's a little bit higher than what you might expect for the average compact utility vehicle out there on the market. But for what you're getting, which is a luxury vehicle in a sporty package that's pretty high tech, it's definitely worth checking out. I actually fell in love with this Acura. I think my husband did too, and I hope you'll check it out. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, you know what to do. Like it. If you like the car, leave me a comment, let me know. And if you like these kinds of videos, I would certainly appreciate it if you decided to subscribe. Until then, I'll see you next time.